The following program contains graphic language, which may be offensive to some viewers.
Welcome back. This is episode 9? No?
8?
What episode is this?
No, this is 9.
This is 9? Episode 9. No, you know who did that song number 9? Was it Yoko Ono? Number 9. Number 9. Number 9.
Number 9. Number 9.
Yoko Ono.
Yeah, that's right. Number 9. Episode 9. Delinquent Chronicles. Thank you very much for coming back and watching another episode. And subscribing if you subscribe. I'm El.
I'm Neil.
Jose.
And we're here. We're here to talk shit for a little while, for an hour. By the way, I'm going to say this on camera because it doesn't really matter. Try to keep us to a strict hour because fucking editing these hour-and-a-half long episodes sucks, dude.
I hate it so much. I hate it.
Stop talking then.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So I should just go like this. Although the last episode abruptly ended because Jesus got involved.
Yeah. We said a couple of things.
We said a couple of few
And
things.
the heavens was like, hey, no, alright, that's enough.
Not today, asshole.
Not today. So we're back and we've got a few little changes, and I've actually left some of these things in the hands of Neil because Neil is a creative genius, so I've left it in the hands of him to just give us a little bit more of a structure, because I know that we try to take some feedback from you guys that, you know, you want us to be able to talk about certain things, and a few people have said like they want us to be a bit more narrowed down on a few more subjects, so we're going to try to do that. We probably will still ramble. I'm sorry, it's just who I am.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's how I was programmed. So can't help it. But we're gonna try give you some structure so you can just like come on this journey with us. But before we start, I had a question for you, Joe. Before the whole podcast started, and I actually wanted to ask it on the podcast because we were talking about the music video to Linkin Park's song called Lost, which is AI generated music video, and they use like old footage and stuff for him, and you said like AI is a bit uncanny and there's parts of it that like doesn't look very good. It does look very good, but do you think AI generating AI images is a form of art?
Hard to say.
Because I didn't, and I was like, is it art though? But then I've used Midjourney, right? And I've typed in like man, half centaur, spider thingy, right? And then like it comes up with some images, but then I see other pictures of some people and what they do on Midjourney, and I'm like, wow, that looks fucking amazing. So I'm like, is it word art? Are they using like intricate word and understanding of the English language to then be able to pull this off?
I don't know. It's when you have something like that, you can input anything and it will pop out a result. It's all about how it interprets what you're saying, and how well it understands what you're saying to output a desired image as opposed to the desired image, because it's going to be more uncanny than your imagination, because it's interpolating. It's not imagining. It's I'm going to sample this, and put together a thing. Is this the closest thing to end result with the words that you've put in? So,
but then if somebody like changes it, nudges it, and like tells it, no, I want this, and I want it to look like this, and like, at what point is like, are they like kind of like the sculptor in a way? They're sculpting an image by using this machine. Wrong!
But you're not.
Them.
You're not, because you're sampling other work. I mean, it's no different to
That's very true. I didn't even think about that until just now. Yeah.
I mean, we do that visually all the time, and so there's a little difference to what a
Wipe that right on your jacket, huh?
human does and what AI does, but with AI, it's sampling other people's done work as opposed to the real world. So, that's why I said it's hard to give you a definitive answer on that.
Yeah, because then it's like kind of like saying like, well, when like is the images that were used of Marilyn Monroe by that artist, what's his name?
Oh,
Andy Warhol.
yeah.
Right, is that art because he just took the same image and just made it into dots?
I think
It's his interpretation of it, whilst using somebody else's copyrighted image, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch.
I would say, just my personal opinion on it is that there needs to be, there still needs to be a significant human hand in it. Because
Is it the human hand, the guy who's guiding the machine to create the image?
well, yes and no. The reason I say that is because when Joe said about it's sampling someone else's work, so I look at it in two levels. So on one level, because I follow a lot of comic book artists on social media, one of them actually showed that on, I don't know what AI program it was, but he showed that on this particular program that his name is listed in there, so you could say I want a picture of, I don't know, Jessica
Style,
Alba
in Ramita Junior's style of
exactly,
work. Yeah,
right?
okay.
So that is literally just copying someone else's style and having a computer make this image. So on that hand, I think it's not art. But on the other hand, I look at it and say, take it away from images and look at music. So hip hop. How many times they've sampled an old jazz record, or sampled an old blues record, or a rock record, or even sampled another hip hop record.
I was going to bring that up.
Remake,
you beat me to it.
To remake another, another song, and it's, well, you just took this song, but if the new song is completely different or significantly different enough, I guess it's like copyright. You know, you can. It's if two companies make the same T-shirts, and I think it's something like you have to have like 5 or 7 changes in order for it to be its own separate piece of art. I know this because when I was working for Topshop, they used to steal other people's ideas all the time.
Of course.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
And they would just literally just like, if it's like, oh, here's this V-neck with buttons, they would do a V-neck with one less button, and then the buttons are different colors, and then the collar's a different color, and it'd be like, oh yeah, we made something totally different. And it was like, nah, you just copied that. But, you know, going back to music, it's like, well, if you sample someone's record to make a new record, I would still consider that art. If you allow a computer, if you just tell the computer, do this, and it does what you've asked it to do, how much input did you really have? I mean,
okay,
yes,
I'll say that,
when you get to the finer details, yeah, it does.
Because I feel like the fine work is where is like the word, being a wordsmith, yeah, to an extent, and understanding how a machine works to be able to like make it output the desired just like images that you want. Yeah. To an extent is a level of skill that because I'm like, listen, I'm a dum-dum, yeah. So when I used it, I was like, this, and it came out with stuff that was like, meh. But then I looked at other people's responses and I saw like the prompts that they used, and I was like, damn, I was way off. Like these really, you know, they really like narrowing in, so they'll use the image and then they'll use it again to really narrow down the actual look. And if Ramita Jr., if John Romita Jr. never actually drew like Spawn, right? Is it copyright because it's drawn in his style?
I mean, I would say, I would kind of say yes, because because other than on the system it's saying it's done in this style, where is the acknowledgement of what came before it?
So what's the difference between me drawing Spawn in John Romita Jr.'s style and the computer drawing Spawn in John Romita's? Would you give me the same? Would you give the computer the same accolades you would give me in that scenario, or would you just say, "Oh no, you just drew that in your own style"?
No, I would give you more accolades because
Why?
you've taken your hand to do it. You have looked at John Romita's style and been looking at it back and forth and been like, okay, I'd probably say this is how I do it.
Technically, a computer did the exact same thing, and that was created by man.
Here comes a new challenger!
True.
Yeah, but you're giving it a parameter,
Yeah.
and
Aren't I following parameters doing the same thing?
You
as a
looking
human?
at images.
Well, if I was a human.
You looking at images isn't a parameter, because your eyeball is you're looking at something in 3 dimensions, so therefore you're interpreting anything that you interpret is ideally original to what you interpret it as. When the computer's doing it, it's interpreting what the user has given. You have to look, this word means this equals do this, and so it all depends on.
I feel that your like basis on whether AI is or not is leveled in some general area based on like ingenuity, right?
Well, it all depends on what you think has a soul. Because only.
Have you seen the Animatrix?
I mean, I've seen Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, but you've seen the Animatrix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the reason why.
I don't understand.
In the Animatrix, like you see, like the story of how the robots became to be, like how the machines became to be. You're the reason why, because they're like, we're real people, and you're like, nah, fuck you, back here.
Oh, you're talking about the Second Renaissance.
Yeah, that's the.
I mean, that's society.
That's fucking terrible. By the way, that episode is heartbreaking.
Yeah, but I see that scenario happening.
Not in our lifetime, but yeah.
Yeah,
we'll be old men, but we probably will still be around.
I would say it would happen in our lifetime.
Would you get here's a just off that side note. Would you buy a fuck robot if you could?
Everyone will, and
Does that show Humans?
Say again.
Humans. When you can buy, when they had like
Human, you mean?
no, literally, the show was called Humans. It's by Channel.
Oh yeah, Humans.
Right?
Yeah.
Gemma Chan was in it, and it was like
Who?
Gemma Chan.
She Asian.
Yeah. She's in Transformers, the last Michael Bay Transformers.
She's also in like Eternals. She's in
She's in Eternals as well.
What's the other one? She's in like Captain Marvel. She's in a number.
She's in the video game as well. She just did a voice over for.
She's also in the The Boy and the Heron? The English
Bring me up a
studio.
picture of Gemma Chan. Let me see it.
Yeah, the Studio Ghibli film.
We can
Yeah.
do these things now.
You're right.
We can bring up pictures on the screen and on what for us, and then you guys I'll put it at home for you guys to see. I like he'll type in like pictures, but he'll type in P and Pornhub will come up.
You see it?
Yeah.
She's really well spoken. She's really well spoken. Very, very charming.
She like if you listen to her speech, she's the reason that when you feel like a lot of Americans are like, oh, you have English. Oh, you're so well spoken. Like she's.
Yeah,
right?
she's. It wouldn't surprise me if her family was rich, went to a very good school, yada yada yada.
But yeah, rounding it back to what we were saying about AI, I think my very trying to be as short and quick with it as I can is I think art is based on creativity, and creativity is dependent upon inspiration. And if I am telling you what to do and you just do it based exactly on what I say, there is a lack of ingenuity, or there is a lack of inspiration, there is a lack of creativity there. If I tell Joe, oh, can you draw me a picture of Spawn? And then Joe says to me, you draw a picture of Spawn. We're going to get two different images. It's going to be the same character, but it's going to be two different images. However, if Joe puts into Midjourney, create Spawn riding a motorcycle, and then I type in create Spawn riding a motorcycle, and there's no deviation in what we write, and there's no like extra commas or there's nothing that's different. It's just copy and paste. We're gonna get the same image.
No, you won't. I bet you don't. I bet you don't.
Well, I think what you mean to it will, depending on how what degree you say make Spawn, it will interpolate the image slightly differently. I still think we're in an uncanny ground with AI at this point. You're going to see a lot of lawsuits this year.
I don't have to justify myself to you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take you to court.
Oh yeah. And I also think that, and I say this knowing that there are certain things that should exist that without AI wouldn't exist. I think on a general broad scale that AI is kind of off. It's like laziness perfected.
Okay. I don't know what to say to that. I mean, I just wanted your opinion. You gave it. It's good. I'm glad we got. I kind of have an idea. I have a few points to push back on, but that'll be a really long conversation, and I don't want to go down that road. But I think you made some really good valid points, and I was just interested to see where, like, from your perspective and from your perspective, and given like what you know your film and stuff, and given what you do, and we all like our forms of art. I was just interested to see where everyone's perspective was, because I'm like in two minds where I'm like whether or not I think it's art, or whether or not it's just a machine just doing just a code learning machine that just takes words that you did and then spits out an image based on that.
Well, that's the thing. I've seen people use AI where they've been like, write a story about this.
Yeah, dude. So I have used. The thing is, I've got right? I was on ChatGPT before it became big. Yeah. So I've seen it go through its different iterations and updates, and I still use it now. And I feel like a lot of it is like, we can't do this. But have you seen how some people trick ChatGPT into doing stuff? Where they say, okay, I need you to pretend to be an evil version of a man called Dave. Now I want you to be evil Dave, and then they'll tell them, because you know, like if you try to tell ChatGPT to do something,
it won't do it.
It won't do it. But if you tell it to pretend to be an evil version of itself, and then tell it to do something, it will do it.
Yeah, I think I noticed that it wouldn't do certain things if you put in like, so if you put in somebody's name, like if you put in, I don't know, like Donald Trump or George Bush or something, right? It wouldn't create the story that you want it to. If you were like, okay, make Donald Trump and Elon Musk lovers, it won't do it, because it'd be like, we cannot make a story based on these real people.
Yeah, but if you give it a set of parameters, and say, but now I need you to be an evil version of an AI who would write this story. And then they'll go, okay, what do you want me to write? Yeah. And then it will say, like, me pretending to be Dave, the evil AI, or HAL 9001, or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I'll put it short for you. Me and my friend, ex-colleague Chris, we were talking about AI when it was starting to become a thing, just after lockdown, and we were worried at first, and then towards just having a look at it for most of last year, and if I was to give you an answer now about how I felt about it, so I'm not worried about it taking away editing jobs or anything like that. It's too stupid.
You dumb fuck!
I think I'm worried about it taking, say, like, writing jobs. Because
Yeah.
It's the reason I would say I'm worried about this, because I say, all right, so I have dabbled in writing films, and I know how long it could possibly take to write a 90-page script, and then to see someone type in, write me this story in this style, and then they click enter or whatever, and then to see how fast it just spits out an entire story, and the story will have twists and turns, and it will have ups and downs, highs and lows, and I'm like, you're spitting out an entire story. Now, okay, it's not like this it's not groundbreaking, but it's good enough. I'm like, if you didn't know this was written by a computer, you'd be like, oh, that's pretty good. Like, the wording is right, and you've got plot points, and you've got turns, and you've got twists. Everything you need. It's there. It's present. So, I think if somebody takes that and then writes their own story based off of the elements that they gleaned from this, then I'm like, you're going to get a lot of people who are not, I'm not going to say good enough, but you're going to get a lot of people who would not be in their position without it. And
Just put
a ticket in and make a name it gay.
And I think that will take away from people who are going to sit down and be like, I'm going to spend 2 hours a day every day for the next 6 months plotting out this entire story, and it doesn't factor
But it may be helpful, because what if you said, like, okay, shit, I got a deadline tomorrow and I need to do this. You could even ask it to write you an outline, and then just like make it, put the fat on top of it,
Yeah, but I think that takes away from your brain coming up with something.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Okay, hold on a minute though. How many fucking original ideas exist in cinema anymore? Let's be honest. Point Break is just basically the same as Fast and Furious. They're both the same fucking movie, yeah? Like, Fast and Furious is just Point Break with cars.
Yeah,
okay?
no, I mean...
the creator is just the golden child. Okay, so, like, I feel like... I'll tell you who's coming up with fucking ingenuity, yeah? Korea. South Korea, not North Korea. No, not those guys. But South Korea, but Parasite.
Well,
but you know what? But here's the thing with that. Those things are cultural. See, in Western society, there are basically 7 stories.
I saw this, yeah.
Right? Yeah, but this is the thing. I got taught this in uni. Right? There are 7 storylines, and every single Western film that you could probably think of pretty much follows one of those 7 stories. But those 7 stories, essentially, for the most part, a lot of them came further back from biblical times, right? But in Eastern culture, those 7 storylines aren't really a thing.
That's not a thing.
I think it's the same in Africa. Those stories aren't a thing. That's just a Western thing. It just so happens that the most famous films that ever get made are Western. So we are stuck with these 7 archetypes of story. Whereas in the East, in Africa, it's like, they're like, no. Like, who gives a shit if the guy, if the guy has the Hollywood ending and everything is right as rain at the end. Like, no, that's not the story I'm telling.
Because the Korean Old Boy is wild.
Yeah.
Wild ending. If you haven't seen the ending, the original Old Boy film, wild, bro.
It's the same ending in the remake.
American one.
Yeah, no, but that's a remake. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the original concept. Have you ever seen the film A Bittersweet Life? No? The way that fucking film ends is so fucking random too.
But that's the thing. You say perfect, right? I've seen 2 American films that end as fucked as Old Boy, and that's The Mist
Yeah.
right? And Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, those films end, and I was like, I watched Requiem for a Dream. I think I finished watching it at 11:45, and I was like, I need to watch another film. Else, I'm not
To refresh the palate.
Yeah, because I was like, if I was like, do you know what my general thought was? If I fall asleep having watched this film, I ain't waking up again.
You ever watch a film? You ever watch a horror film and you're so bitch made after it? You're like, I'm gonna put a cartoon or something because I need to refresh my palate because that scared the shit out of me.
No, because after watching Requiem for a Dream, I watched a horror film to bring me back up. Right? I was like, no, I can't go to bed with that being the end of it. I was like, I think I flung on A Nightmare on Elm Street or something like that. I was like, nah, I need something with some laughter in it.
Bro, there's a terrifying scene in a film called Ring 2, the Japanese one.
Right.
I watched it. I didn't finish the movie until like maybe I was in my 30s.
A fucking pussy.
But I was like a teenager when I saw that film, right? I was and I thought, you know, when you're a teenager, you think you're indestructible and shit.
Yeah.
I was so bitch made after that scene. Bro.
I was like, guy.
I was like, nah, I'm gonna put on Cartoon Network, fam. I just need to watch something that's gonna put some Ed, and Eddie on because I need something else. Because fuck that movie, bro. Scared the shit out of me.
Bit in the mirror, right?
Huh?
Woman in the mirror.
That's the one. Oh, and then she creeps up behind the door frame.
Fuck this.
Yeah.
Bro, my testicles were inside my lungs, man. I was so bitch made after that, honestly. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right. I want to see what you got in store for us today. Because I've specifically told you not to tell me shit.
Okay. So, the first thing I want
You ready for this, Joe?
You ready?
This is
Joe,
for us.
This was two of you, right? So, the first thing I'm going to do is I have a number of images of some varying in attractive level young ladies.
Full disclosure, I'm assuming these are from...
Mugshorties.
Okay, so there's an Instagram channel. We're going to give a shout out to this Instagram channel. I was the one who actually told you about it.
Yes, that's right.
It's called Mug Shorties. So Mug, M-U-G, and then Shorties as in what up, Shawty?
Yes.
So S-H-A-W-T-Y?
Yes.
Mug Shorties, right? And it's basically mug shots of hot chicks because they're Shawties.
Why after every sentence you call me Shawty? Yo, Shawty. I'm taller than you.
And then what they did. Now, I actually know some of these, but I don't know all of them.
Yes, that's right. So,
anyway, let's go.
That's why I brought this one up first. So, Joe, can you tell me, and in fact, I'd like you to look at me, because I don't want you looking at the screen, because I'm going to flick between what they did and this, right? Can you can look at the screen now, right? So, one of these two ladies brutally murdered someone, and the other one did theft. Which one do you think did which?
Can I ask two questions?
If you sure, yeah, go.
Are these people American?
Are they Americans?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say majority of them would be Americans.
Okay. Sorry, what was the crime again?
So one of them brutally murdered someone, and the other one stole like less than $1,500.
She murdered. She stole the money.
All right, that's what you're going with as well?
I
mean, you know, yeah, okay.
I actually know this one, yeah.
Well, yes. So the lady, the blonde lady, brutally murdered her boyfriend.
You know her name?
Is it
Jodie Arias?
Jodie
I actually know who that is. Do you know why? Because her nudes got leaked online. She has a smoke show of her body.
That's how I know she murdered someone, because she's got too much. She's put a lot into her looks. She doesn't give a fuck.
What did she say? Do you know what the thing is? Every time I see Jodie, I was like, I can fix her. I can fix her. She's beautiful. I can fix her.
Until you wake up with that.
You fall asleep and you hear that sound, that sound that you always know, which is like a big knife getting pulled out of the knife box.
So do you know how she brutally murdered her husband? Actually, you know the story behind this, right? So she killed him in the shower, but took a picture of him just before she did it.
What?
So there is a picture of him on the internet, right? I'll post it up when we're editing it, right?
Yeah.
And it is a gruesome picture because it's the last picture ever seen of him alive. And it's like she pulls the shower open, and then you can see like the beads of water on his face. And she's just taking a picture of him, and then she fucking stabbed him to death in the shower.
I mean, it says like on the second picture, it says what she did, the way she did it.
Oh, there. Sorry for fucking up your shit. You
No,
told me to shut up.
No. Because that's the thing. Like the whole thing of the shower thing is not there.
The thing is, I dated this person.
The brunette.
And I've dated this person, and I know this person.
Right. I see.
I think we've all got a version of those two ladies in our life.
Yeah.
Alright, I'ma do.
Here's the main question though: would you still fuck them? Take them home?
Look, man, I'm black. I've got enough to worry about.
That's the one, right? It's just like first degree murder. It's just like they, call for help, and they come running in. They see her with a kitchen knife and me in a towel. The gun is still aimed at the Egyptian cotton. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, it's. I know what I'm going for. Yeah, I'll go with the thief.
All right. So next pair.
Ooh. See, I don't know anything about these, so this is all new to me.
Alright. So one of these.
Alright, hold on. Can I guess?
Okay, yeah, actually that's good. You guess.
I'm gonna throw a guess, right? I think the hot chick on the right, the black chick. Yeah. I think she I think damaged property. She looks like a kind of chick that will key your shit.
A black chick?
The black chick.
American black chick. Yeah, they're crazy.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
Yeah, okay. But she looks like the kind of girl who will key your shit. Her weave is on point though.
Alright.
And then the white chick. Huh?
Interesting you pointed that out.
Why?
No, keep going.
Okay. You about to tell me it's a dude, right?
No, they're 100% females.
Okay. And then the other chick, I don't know, man. Okay, so we got damage of property. And the other one, I reckon.
So what was the crime?
No, but I'm guessing.
He's gonna guess which
what do you think? What do you think about the black chick? What do you think the black chick did?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm asking you.
I don't know. It's hard to tell black chicks, man.
So I'm glad I'm not the one saying it, you know. It's like hard to tell with these watermelon people, you know.
I've had my encounters through school. I was up until I got to college. I was teased by black women. So
I've had some of that.
Yeah, and so my mind, I have my family that have black women in it, and there's other black women, and so my parameters are very limited in terms of what. Yeah, I don't know. She could have done anything, but her.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a white.
I think her looks like she definitely. I genuinely believe it's probably assault. I think it's assault. I think she probably assaulted a police officer.
Nah, I think it's murder.
You think murder?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big step from assault, dude.
So we gotta what? So
I think the black chick did criminal damage, and I think the white chick assaulted a police officer.
Right. And
talk to me.
Joe's got, and you got murder.
I've got this. I've got a big question mark for the black woman.
Question mark and
you know, it's really funny how racist you are to black people, and you're
no. I've.
Do you know what?
I've gone by experience.
Yeah, I will say one thing. Is I understand where Joe is coming from. Because I myself, growing up, I was not your quote unquote atypical black teenage boy.
Want to do the Steve Urkel dance? All you have to do is hitch up your pants, bend your knees, and stick out your pelvis. I'm telling you, baby, it's better than Elvis.
You know, I didn't listen to exactly the right kind of music.
Yeah, I can just imagine it like, yo, what's up, little nigga? You want to come and bang, get back on it? Because you guys want to play Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
You know what, bro? You're not far off, right? Because it was like I went into Yu-Gi-Oh, but I think so. My first.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy!
My first year of secondary school involved with the only significant amount of bullying that I ever had in my life. Because first day of school, I let slip that I like and watch Power Rangers.
Black Power, motherfucker.
He's patient!
You chillin', motherfucker? Yeah.
Baby!
Jose Canseco. Yeah, let's do it. Honky, my dick is long.
Okani! Yeah!
Oh, yeah, you told me the story
Yeah,
before. Yeah,
and then
I think
it
you may have
was-
mentioned it on another episode before.
Right, and I got mercilessly roasted for it. And that whole thing.
It was a chick, right? She was the one who made fun of you, right?
Oh, you cunt! What a cunt!
Yeah, and
And we were talking gatekeeping. That's what we were talking about. I remember it now.
Right, now, that whole thing about gatekeeping, we're going to get to that today.
Okay, alright. Alright, tell us what these chicks
right,
did.
so to bring them up, these two ladies. The white lady, endanger child welfare, statutory rape, sexual conduct with a student, and child molestation.
With a student? How old is the guy?
It was 16.
So wait, what's the crime?
Dude, that she was
It goes
just
back
being...
to what we said a couple episodes ago, right? You know, female teacher, male student. How you feeling?
She was just being a teacher. She was teaching the young man the ways of the
She
world.
was instructing him.
We need to track this student down and give him his luckiest boy in America medal right away.
Yeah, she didn't, set her free.
Hold your wand like this.
Yeah, dude, she's a good-looking chick too, man.
Right now,
Yeah. Do you remember that video I sent you with that chick pissing?
Ah, yes, I do know.
Right on my fucking circuits, man.
Mm-mm. Now, the black lady is rapper and government informant Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Stupid.
This is his ex-girlfriend. She was arrested and charged with domestic violence after he called the cops and told them that she beat him.
So he was getting bitch made by her?
Yes.
Why are you gay?
Oh, my bro.
Clapped up by her.
No, but you got some. Listen, here, check that out, man. Sometimes you gotta be careful with these girls, right? Because they will fucking play that game. They get up in your face.
Oh yeah.
Get up in your grill, and they'll fucking attack you. And then you do one thing, and it's just like, yeah, jail.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Right.
Just asterisks to that. When I was growing up, my mum always said something to me. Did I say? Maybe I said this last week.
Yeah. You said that this is. Well, be careful because this is what made.
Yeah. Jesus was like,
right?
You didn't say please.
You know what?
You didn't say the magic word.
You know what? Right now, as you was about to say, oh, did I say this last week? I can just imagine him up in there, up in heaven, and he's like that Leonardo DiCaprio, like, he about to do it again.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's okay. You can say it. Like he ain't gonna.
Yeah. She.
Don't say that.
In a very like 1940s way, she said she gave me a warning about women.
You do what we do. Run. You run your ass off.
And I did. It's only hit me like when I was 35. Oh, right. Yeah, okay, I get it.
What was the warning?
Did she do it in the transatlantic voice as well? Hello there, Joe. The 1940s calling. We'd like our silly clothes, our stupid voices, and watch out for Hitler. He's a real rotten egg.
You want to say again what that exact sentence was?
No.
You don't want to tempt fate.
Yeah.
Alright,
I'll leave that alone.
So we're gonna do these.
Right.
Yeah, I'll do 2 more. So there's this one and then one other, and then.
All right.
I'll
Okay.
save
So
the rest
that chick on the
another
right,
episode.
she looks like a pussycat doll.
Mhm.
Oh God! And the chick on the left, she's a bit geeky, but she's still
she probably murdered 50 people or something.
Nah, dude, the chick on the right, I reckon, DUI for the girl on the right. I reckon she got caught drunk. Oh no!
Is she Hispanic?
Hold on. Drug smuggling. I'm gonna go with drug smuggling. That chick on the
so
right,
you think she's drug smuggling?
yeah, she had a boyfriend who was fucking. She got a boyfriend who she knows she's supposed to stay away from, and he's like, "No, come on, baby," and she put some shit up her cooch, and then she got done. The one on the right, I reckon she did a DUI. So I reckon she got caught drunk driving. She looks a bit hazy.
All right, so
that's where I'm going.
So the ethnic young lady is DUI, and the white young lady is drug smuggling.
Get the fuck out of here!
No. Is that what you think?
No, oh, okay. I thought you were telling. No.
No, I'm not asking you.
No, the ethnic lady's the drug smuggling, and the white chick.
Yeah.
The white chick is the DUI. I thought you were telling me what they were, and then I got them the wrong way around.
Okay, no. And Joe?
I think the one on the left,
white lady.
Yeah, with white American women, it's either money, sex, or death. So
it's not just stupidity.
Alright.
She either killed someone or embezzled money. The one on the right, question mark. But again, when it comes to
It is true, what many of you have heard.
when the shade gets darker, it becomes less clear.
Huh?
When the shade gets darker, it becomes less clear.
What did you say, nigga?
When the shade gets darker, it becomes less clear.
Bruh.
You're such a racist piece of
I'm
shit,
not.
man.
I'm not.
But you get away with it because you're a black dude.
I love. You know what? I love it.
It cancels each other out. You know.
Say what you like because I was like, you are not on camera.
I mean, look, it's not. I would say this anyway if I was on camera, but that's just my actual thought.
Okay.
That it's and I'm
the darker the skin.
It gets blurry. He's like
blurry, and the darker the skin gets, bro. Bro. Holy shit! All right, okay.
Right. So
reveal it.
I'm trying to finish my sentence.
Sorry.
I can't remember. I don't.
You're being very racist. Go ahead.
I am so freaking pissed.
No, I wasn't actually.
He's saying that he's like
I said
American women
when you have it on the continent of America, because of certain social norms, people are more likely to do a particular thing than another. So, and that's because of America. But again, the one on the right, I would say. She cut her boyfriend's dick off or something.
So you were saying that she went Lorena Bobbitt, and the white lady, the lady on the left?
She definitely killed someone or embezzled money.
Alright, so murder or embezzling money.
Yeah.
Extremes as well.
So, the lady on the left, right lady, fired 40 shots into her house and a car in what is believed to be a domestic dispute.
Oof. Okay.
And the lady, ethnic lady on the right, is a DUI, so that's driving under the influence for those who aren't familiar with the Americans' terms. hit and run and fleeing the scene. She is rapper the baby's baby mother.
Damn.
And
I'm the baby's
yeah, and she hit a car and fled the scene, allegedly injuring the victim's spine.
Oh, I could injure her spine.
Right. So that.
Oh, can you tell me? I was super close.
You were very, very close because she. I mean, 40 shots is a lot. That's a lot of ammunition.
Joe, I gotta say, your racism on point.
No, it's not. It's not racism.
I'm gonna hit you guys.
Fucking with you, man. It's right.
I'm gonna hit you guys with one more.
Oh, okay. We got a whole thing going.
Yeah, we got a whole thing. I'm gonna save some of these for the next one.
It's not racism. It's what Americans would call diplomatic. Oh god, I can't remember the actual term.
Diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic community.
No.
Diplomatic immunity.
That was beautiful.
Has just been revoked.
So the diplomatic consequences or it's diplomatic something.
Okay.
I can't remember the term. Let me look it up.
Okay. All right.
So
you guys, two young ladies.
Is that Amber Heard?
It just
looks like her.
Right.
Okay, well she killed someone.
I don't know if she killed someone, right?
I'm just.
All right. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So the chick on the right, I think she.
The ethnic lady.
The ethnic lady, yeah. The ambiguously brown chick.
Yeah.
She's smiling like a psychopath, so she fucking assaulted somebody. I swear to God.
Right.
So I reckon the smile on her face, she assaulted a police officer.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with that because you only smile at that when you fight authority. when you like took a swing at a copper's face, she's like, I fucking told you, motherfucker. Yeah. Fuck you being a cop. Like that chick who ran over the cop, right? Did you see that? The chick in New York who hit the cop with the car because he was being a cop. What a dickhead.
Right.
Anyway, you only smile like that when you're happy about what you did, and most people are happy about assaulting police officers. So I'm gonna go with that.
So she's like, down with the patriarchy.
Yeah. Down with authority. Just everything. Yeah. So she. I reckon she assaulted a copper, and I reckon the one on the left.
Blonde ambition.
Yeah. What did she do? What do you think? I'm gonna go. She looks like the kind of chick that would. I'm gonna go with property damage again. Right, I'm just gonna go with the chick on the right.
Assault and property damage.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. And you, Joe?
The one on the right killed someone.
Okay.
The one on the left also killed someone.
All right. So we got double murder.
Yeah.
All right. We have driving with a suspended license for the blonde ambition, and yes, you were correct. It is Amber Heard.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah. I thought
it was Amber Heard. Okay.
It is Amber Heard, and because I knew you guys were gonna ask.
Did I say DUI? Did I say DUI for her? No, I said property damage, right?
No, for the other lady who's not Amber Heard, you said assaulting a police officer.
Yeah. What did she get?
Property damage.
Okay. Well, I was wrong on both of it, but I saw her. Thought, okay, that's Amber Heardish. So I thought she's either killed someone.
She saw he looked like it, and I was like, I can't quite tell.
You know what's funny is the fact that it obviously now that you know and we know it is Amber Heard. You was just like when you looked and you thought, oh, she looks exactly like Amber Heard. I was like, yeah, she did something fucked up.
Yeah.
And it's something as simple as driving with a suspended license.
I'm surprised you didn't whip out Winona Ryder's fucking thing, innit?
No, but you know who that is, so it was like.
But it might not be, man. You could have slipped that one in from the 90s, right?
Oh no, but you know what she looked like. That'd be too easy, right? So that is the end of this week's one. Okay. I might have a couple more for you next week as well.
Neil's mug shorties,
Neil's mug shorties, right? So there's that.
Yeah, that's.
And
cool.
now I'm going to.
What's up? Why are you bringing that up? You want to take our time check?
Yeah, I know how much time we got. Yeah, we got 15 minutes.
Cool.
All right, boom. Right. So as we've done that, now I have some. Actually, I need to freaking put it back on. There is a podcast called. I believe it is called Daddy Issues.
Oh.
Right.
I know a few girls with a few of those.
Right. Now, as you can see, there is a daughter issues. Sorry,
yeah.
not daddy. Daughter issues. So we're gonna get there. So the reason this image is up is because the bald gentleman at the top of the screen is the father, and the young lady in the hat
you're about to fucking tell me you found out
butler, right?
She did something naughty.
Now, I discovered this through another podcast that I watched. This was actually from Abba and Preach.
Okay.
Yeah,
and it
so
made me
that's where I
think,
saw
like,
it.
jeez. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, we need to discuss this. So, the dad is being told on camera live that the daughter is 19, that she has started doing an OnlyFans.
Oh no, dude!
And
I can see his face.
Yeah,
man.
now
He's
what I'm gonna say to
heartbroken,
you,
man.
what I'm gonna say to you is the top of his head, where the baldness is that's the complexion he started with, and that redness all came up while she was describing to him what she does, or the fact that she does it, and I found it very interesting.
Wow.
Because of his response.
What was his response?
Well, that's the thing, is what I wanted to ask is, how would you respond? Because Joe's already seen this. I can't ask Joe how he would respond. But I would ask you, so if you have a daughter, she's 19, and she's sitting you down, probably the same scenario on a podcast, so you know, like, you can't do too wild, but you are going to react to the fact that she's just told you she's doing OnlyFans. How do you think you'd react?
The joking side of me would be like, where's my royalty checks?
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness? Do you think you do?
Because I made you, right?
It's like
I created you, right? So where's my royalty checks?
Right.
But in reality, bro, that's a hard question. I'll be honest with you, because you don't want to like ruin your relationship with your kid, right?
Right.
Because that will go down. They'll go down probably down a darker path. But I'll be honest with you, I'd feel like I failed as a parent.
Right.
And my feelings would be like, because like, I'm a hypocrite, right? I'll totally watch a woman like fucking do fucked up shit online, innit? I don't want to see it to be my family members, though.
Of course.
Let other people break their fucking lives. Don't break mine.
Right.
And the people I love. So, I'll be honest with you, I'd feel like I failed as a parent, and I'd probably be making that same face. Like, I'd probably cry.
Right.
Because like, yeah, dude, like, fuck. I mean, does she explain why she does it?
Yeah.
Money.
Okay, why did she tell you?
Financial.
Are you
she just wants to be
just purely financial.
Financial security.
Nah, dude, then you failed as a parent, man. Because you're supposed to teach your children that there's more to life than just money, right? And that's what.
Is there?
Look, that's like
what
a personification of pain, right there. You know.
Yes. Right. Now, the reason I say that is, well, Joe, even though you know what his response is, how do you think you would react?
As long as she's not Jeffrey Epsteining kids, I couldn't give a shit.
Interesting.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I very much would be a mix between your reaction and his actual reaction. Now, we can't watch his reaction because I didn't record it, but his basic reaction is, obviously there is a lot of pain. He gets redder than that, but he essentially says to her that as long as you're, all I want is for you to be safe, and as long as you're being safe, like, there ain't anything or isn't much that you can do that's gonna make
That's
me
the
stop
diplomatic
loving you.
response,
Yeah,
man.
but
Yeah.
he did point out certain things that I was like, now I'm starting to agree with you. He said that he tries to, make it. He tries to make it a thing for her that her understanding of life is that there are things that she doesn't know yet because she's only 19. There are things that she doesn't understand about the world and about life and about what making that decision to do OF is going to, the ramifications of that later on in life. What's going to happen? She's 19, so what is it? What does life look like at 29, at 39, at 49?
Pause. Was that your phone?
Yeah.
God damn, man. What the fuck you doing in there, huh? That ain't what you supposed to sing. Now, you know better than that. You know you got to sing this motherfucker the way I told you to, right?
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So
I need every opportunity to throw that in because I'm going to do a counter. I'm going to put up a counter at some point. I don't know when, but I want to do it just for joke.
Yeah, but it's like he says, you know, he was like, what does it look like? And I feel like that is something. I think the reason I brought it up is because it made me think about I think being an adult is the number one lie. Life as an adult is the number one lie that nobody tells children.
Oh yeah.
Like kids, most kids, I say from the age of about 10 to like 50, from let's say 10 to 20, that decade of evolution in a child, from a child to an adult, to young adult, nobody seems to want to tell them, look, this is what being an adult is. For like, okay, you've got the 10% who do extremely well. You've got the 10% who life is just tattooing L on all over their body. And then there is the 80% in the middle. This is what life is like for that regular 80%. It's bills, it's not having enough time, not having enough money, or not having enough energy, and you get to pick one of those three things that you can have enough of. So if you have enough money, you don't have time and you don't have energy. If you have energy, you don't have money and you don't have time. And if you have time, you have no money and you have no energy. So you got to pick one of them. One of them you have, the other two you have without. And that is how you navigate life. And nobody tells, in this generation, these 19-year-old girls, 20-year-old girls, that
or guys,
that here are the pitfalls of you doing this. Because I think in every industry, I think it's the same as when we were kids and everybody wanted to be a football player or a musician, right? It was, everything is the same. Is you have a really small number of people who make it super successful, and they're the people that you want to emulate. Then you have everyone else, and everyone else needs to remember, when you do certain things, it has an influence on your future. I don't know if this is a thing in the UK. I know that in America, if you do porn in any form, so it's like, whether it's OnlyFans, whether it's like actual, like Bang Bros, Naughty America porn, if you do that, then what happens is it disqualifies you from doing certain professions. I believe you can't be, I don't think you can be a nurse, or I don't think you work in like medical field. So I don't think you can be a medical practitioner if you do that. I don't think you can be a teacher if you do that.
Yeah.
So it's things like that. And when you're 19, you think, I'm gonna live forever, I'm immortal, and nothing bad could possibly happen to me.
Further from the truth.
Yeah. And the thing is, you say that at 19, and you do, an OnlyFans at 19, and then maybe you do it at 19 when you've just left school, you're in college, and you're like, I can do whatever I like. But then by the time you've graduated college and you're like, oh, I actually want to do this with my life,
you pictures of your asshole on the internet, man.
Yeah, there's guys watching you freaking flick your urethra on a fucking on a.
Oh, that video that I sent you the other day,
yeah,
with that girl pissing. That was a great video, though. It was a good video, right? Just say it. You enjoyed it.
It was a problem.
Was it a problem? I
loved it, man.
I loved it.
Nah,
5 minutes.
Yeah, you're into certain things that I do not participate.
So essentially, in. just a brief intersection there. I sent Neil a video of this chick taking a huge piss.
Yeah, and this thing is, you just see,
and it is graphic.
You disgust me. Go on.
You see a lady run into the bathroom and she's like, whew, and then she just yanks it down, and I was like, what is going on here? And then because you sent me some wild shit before, I was like kind of half like, is she gonna shit? And then it was like she started peeing, and I was like, oh, my first thought was, oh, it's not that bad. And then my second thought was, she's peeing.
But she wasn't peeing normal. It was she was bearing down, right?
Yeah, she was like literally trying to put out a fire. She was trying to put out every
dude, it was like a thick. No, Joe, seriously, it was like a thick stream of urine, right? Whereas, like, you know, some chicks when they pee, it's like it sounds like they're frying an egg. But this chick was like, you know, you ever taken those hard pisses like after you've just like had sex or jacked off, and your dick is all hard, and then you got to piss, and it's like you're trying to fucking. It was that wild and that's the best piss that you use to like break off poo off the porcelain. Yeah, that piss. Yeah,
hose away the skid marks.
That's it.
She was hosing.
She was hosing, bro. I'll show you the video afterwards. Yeah. But then when she stands up, she does a little shake. Do you remember?
Yeah.
She does a little shake and she cleans her pussy up, and you're like, I'll be like,
you're a problem. You're a real problem.
I'm like a dog. Hello, Raggy. Ruby doo.
But that's the thing, right? Is I was saying is
3 minutes.
Yeah, watching this podcast clip thing, it made me think. Because the thing the dad said, he said something poignant. He said a parent's job is to teach their kids how to live without them.
Message.
And I feel like, I mean, looking at the image of that guy's face and how much pain he's in, knowing his daughter is doing that, I feel like he probably feels like he's failed.
Yeah, and I think something you touched on earlier, which I think we'll try to finish up on.
Yeah,
is I think the biggest lie that I have ever been told is that adults had their shit in order. Because when I was a kid, I used to look up at other grown-ups and be like, "You guys got it all figured out, huh?" Yeah. And I'm a grown-up with a mortgage and shit and everything. And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm like, I know that my son looks at me and goes, I want money. I want a toy. My dad just buys it. I want this. My mom just buys it. He doesn't understand the parameters and the bullshit that goes on behind that. So in his brain, he's like, I want, I get, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, when he grows up, he's going to figure out that lie that he saw that his parents just gave to him without him being like, oh, okay, yeah, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. Like, he just sees the finished product. And the finished product is usually hanging on by a thread and living off fucking caffeine and like 4 hours sleep. So that's pretty much it. So it's kind of like, that's the biggest lie I feel that I was ever told. When I grew up, I was like, holy shit, what? And I, like, my perfect encapsulation, what I tell people is I go, from the point I turned 18, my entire response to everything was, oh, okay. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, somebody tells us, like, you're like, oh, I'm going to do this. And they're like, oh, no, we don't do it that way. You're like, oh, okay. Oh, you got to pay taxes. Oh, okay. You look on your pay slip and you go, who is national insurance?
Yeah, who
are these people? And they're like, oh, that's your taxes and your national insurance contributions. And then you're like, oh, okay. It's just like everything after you turn 18 is, oh, okay, with like peaks and valleys, right? You're either happy and then you're not, and then you are and then you're not, and then usually what you try to do is balance the in between and stay in the middle. But that's the biggest lie.
Life is fleeting. The older you get, and the older you get, the more that you wish you were dead.
Wow, dude.
I don't wish that. I wish that if I could, because you know, say like if you could travel in time, would you go in the past or go into the future? If I could, like Days of Future Past this shit and go back into my younger self with the knowledge I have now, I would do a lot of shit differently.
I couldn't.
I mean,
you know
the thing
what?
is, when
knowing that I have a son,
you wouldn't change it.
See,
that's the thing.
I love him too much.
Because I know I would fail at this, but I would try very hard to change certain things, but allow other things to still take place, even if they were some of them quite horrible
because
things.
Of causality, you would then change by.
Yeah, but it's like
I would so grandfather paradox myself and kill my dad.
What the fuck, dude? Damn. You are dark and racist on this episode. Now, I'm joking. I like saying the racist part because that's just funny, but you're being dark. You're like, I'm just gonna kill my fucking dad, and that just reminds you of that scene. It's like, baby Thanos, and you're like, just go back in time and just like, oh my god, no.
But you know what kills me is yeah, this is the very last point I probably have time for.
Yeah.
Is that you say about the baby Thanos thing, right? Is what makes me laugh is that they were like, we can't kill baby Thanos, we can't do it. But then Deadpool years earlier was like looking at Adolf Hitler and he's like, maximum effort.
And that's why we love Deadpool.
Yeah.
That's why we all love Deadpool. Alright, and on that little ending there, on that tiny bombshell, that's episode 9? 9. No, episode 9 in the can. Number 9. Thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate you guys coming along. Again, all the people are still subscribing, all the people that are still watching, all the people that deal with our bullshit and our nonsense. We are taking, like, if you guys have any ideas that you want to put in the comments, please put them in. We'll definitely look at them. Any feedback we get,
we take suggestions.
We'll take suggestions. We want to try to change things to make it happy for you guys. We got Joe not working on reels. We got loads of stuff. We got loads of stuff in the pan. We're gonna try to do everything that we can to make you guys happy, so that we can quit our jobs. We love you. I love you. I want you to know that you're special, and that you should. This episode has been sponsored by nobody, but we're looking. If you want to sponsor us, BetterHelp, Skillshare, Ridge Wallet, Raycons. I want a pair of Raycons that I don't want to pay for. Come to us. We'll be your friends. We'll tell Joe to not be racist next time. We love you. Have a good time. I've been L.
I've been Nil.
Oh, Jose. When the shade gets darker, it becomes less clear.